thank you for clicking on this video. You could have clicked on a different video. And before I start reading a text that I prepared for this video, I would just like to tell you that it's perfectly okay to say no to some of the suggestions that I make in this video, and your life will stay exactly the same. Nothing will change, but it's perfectly okay to say no to it and to go your own way. Go your own way. And whatever I say here is just for education / inspirational purposes. So no medical claims, no promises, no guarantees, no financial advice either when I'm talking about money or earning income or commissions. But basically this is all about your body energy, mitochondria, and cellular respiration. That's the whole idea of this video, to learn more about that. And I'm completely flabbergasted by new breakthrough technology / methods in order to make your body energy, the real body energy on DNA level, and your mitochondria, which are your powerhouses of your cells. Mitochondria is a word that is describing a form of organelle. Organelles are little organisms, it's a combination between organisms and cells, which are called organelles. And within your cells you have organelles, but basically the mitochondria, which are called mitochondria, and they produce, or there is a process in your cells, in your organelles, in your mitochondria, that is producing your true energy, electricity. And it's all about cellular respiration. Like we are very used to breathe through our lungs, but every little cell in your body has its own respiratory system. How cool is that? And it's even its own ecosystem. And this is all about trying to answer some questions that makes it important for you and makes it very clear for you. So in general, people worldwide, no matter who you are, where you're from, whatever your skin color or traditions are, people worldwide with slow and poorly supported mitochondria are more prone to suffer. They are way more prone to suffer way more skin, heart, vascular, organ, neurological, and muscular diseases. That's a fact, and studies are being made at the moment by real scientists. I'm not a scientist. At least I don't have any titles. I'm not a practitioner. I'm not a doctor or professor or a researcher in the field of medication or medicine or all kinds of doctor kind of title thingamajiggers. This is just a video purely from my own strength, hope, and experience, and full of enthusiasm, I hope. And I don't want to hype it. I don't want to over hype it, okay? And don't let yourself be hyped by anyone, by me or whom or whatever. Don't let yourself be hyped. Make a free will decision. But people worldwide, I'm finding out, with very poorly supported mitochondria, so your little cells within your cells, are way more prone to suffer skin diseases, heart and vascular diseases, organ diseases, neurological and muscular diseases. And the medical books describing these diseases since the 70s is tripled. So the symptoms, what we call diseases, when you are not at ease, the symptoms and the diseases are tripled due to, and that's a conclusion of many studies, due to our poor lifestyle, the food that has been messed around with, the fast food, the environment that is toxic. So we're spending a lot of time on our mobile phone and so on and so forth. But basically, due to all of those elements, and specifically food, because mitochondria are being fed by particles in our food and by breathing, by literally doing sport and exercise and breathing, those are the ways you feed and support your mitochondria. But due to that poor state of our modern society, people walk around with way more diseases than before the 70s, apparently. And that's just a conclusion of my studies. Again, no guarantees, no promises, but that's how I have read it and how I experienced it myself personally. So just as a little introduction, your body consists out of cells, billions of cells, and human life begins with one fertilized egg, but then the number of cells rapidly increases. By the time we are adults, we have about 30 to 37.2 trillion cells, or more than 30,000 billion. And how you get energy, that's the big question. How you get energy, like real life energy. You can obtain energy through nutrition and or exercise and proper breathing. Now, so it's not the meatball or the grilled salmon or the carrot or apple that are converted into energy, but the substances in the food, the particles in the food, that are converted into energy. And your cells absorb substances in organelles, in the little cells within your cells, which are called mitochondrion, small organisms or mini cells, with other words, in your cells called mitochondria, where the process of energy takes place. It's like a little energy factory. Mitochondria are your powerhouse of energy. The little factories within your cells creating energy, producing energy by chemical processes. So eating and moving and breathing are converted into energy in your mitochondria, in your cells. Healthy mitochondria, healthy life. Unhealthy mitochondria lead to poor living and can even be deadly. Now, what are the three energy systems? And that's just, and everything that I'm sharing at this moment here right now is all by doing research or listening to podcasts of scientists or just going to Google and Google yourself. Do your own research. So do your own due diligence, do your own research. And as far as I'm concerned, the coming couple of weeks, spend your time on researching about mitochondria, because they are truly your life energy. Without that, you will die, okay, of all kinds of funny diseases. So it's extremely important for you to do your own research and to understand this and listen carefully. And this will be a long video because there's a lot of questions being answered in this video, and maybe I'll cut these videos up in small YouTube shorts or TikTok videos or whatever, but this is a text video, probably animated or not animated, because most of the time I send my text videos to animators which do a more professional job than me. But this is a rough cut text video in where I hope to answer a lot of questions and inspire you to look into mitochondria, the word mitochondria. Now, what are the three energy systems? Now, the body can produce energy in different ways. One, the phosphate, the phosphate system, the ATP/CP system. That just take it as it is. And then the second system is the anaerobic system, which is lactic acid system, the lactic acid system also called. And the third way is the aerobic system, like doing aerobics, which is the oxygen system. So one is phosphate system, the ATP/CP system, which are really being explained in this video. The second one is the acid system, the anaerobic system, and the third one is the aerobic system, which is oxygen and system, like aerobic dancing or aerobic exercises. Now, it is important to know that all three systems are always active together. The duration and effort determines which system is most active. So the duration and the effort you do in order to make those systems work depends which system is most active. So when you do more aerobics, then the aerobic system is more active. When you do more food kind of when you eat more whole foods, etc., etc., the 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 lactic acid system will do its work, and the phosphate or the ATP-CP system is really the internal system, as far as understood. So those are the three systems, and they work together, and the duration and effort determines which system is most active. Now, that's a lot of difficult jargon, but just take it in and let it sink, and take what you need or what you understand and leave the rest for perhaps later. Now, the question also could be, how is energy produced in your system? How is it produced? And the main energy supplier is glucose, sugar, with other words. But fats and proteins can also be broken down to provide energy. So it's not only glucose, but also fats and proteins that are being broken down that are able to provide energy. Now, body cells derive their energy mainly from the combustion of glucose in the mitochondria. It's like literally fuel for your energy, for your mitochondria. But mitochondria are cell parts, mitochondria are cell parts that provide the cell's energy production. So mitochondria are the cell parts that provide the cell's energy production. And then the question is, which organ produces energy? Now, body cells need energy to function properly. This energy is produced by the mitochondria, and if there is something wrong with the mitochondria, an energy deficiency occurs. So the organ that is producing energy is mitochondria. And within the mitochondria there's a process with a difficult word which is producing that energy that gives your cells enough power in order to be healthy or not be healthy, to get little red cheeks or to turn ash gray and die slowly. And I'm really talking about diseases that include horrible things like Alzheimer's and cancers and all kinds of horrible skin diseases and all kinds of deadly symptoms. They are being caused by not being properly, by not supporting your mitochondria properly. Now, there are also cells that do not have mitochondria, and those are called red blood cells. So red blood cells are the only cells in your body that do not contain mitochondria and also do not have a cell nucleus. Now, there's a little story that I've listened to, and when I say the duration of my study here is just a couple of months, like literally a couple of months, but I have been learning about for a long period. I even read 5 books at the same time for approximately 16 years non-stop about health, mental health, physical health, macrobiotics, raw foodism, what else? Ayurvedic lifestyle, molecular healing, molecular methods, molecular cooking methods as well. So I've been roughly 30, 34, 35 years stuffing myself with all kinds of theories and all kinds of phenomena and all kinds of books and including the gurus and the holy books and the spiritual books and all the motivational speaker books and all the more scientific kind of books, including the Vedas and all that stuff. I've been reading in order to save my life. I didn't do that I didn't do that because I had ingrown toenails. I lived a lifestyle that was completely destructive, and on that more later or perhaps in a different video. But I needed to save my life, and now I'm studying the mitochondria, and it literally blows my mind. It literally, how do you say it? I'm flabbergasted, like the power that these mitochondria have. And the story goes to, that's what I'm trying to say, that's what I tried to say in the beginning. The story goes that some scientists even think that, okay, let's be honest, without the sun or without any other planets or universal powers, there wouldn't be any plants, animals, or herbs, or earth, or whatever on this planet that we live on. So in a way, we are being fed by energy out of the universe, out of the huge universe, that are giving us energy. That's our life source. And there's a lot of limited beliefs around that, but basically some scientists and some people that are studying this area are now even saying that perhaps the first cells that were created by these energies, the universal energies, could be mitochondria-like, which is, with other words, that could have been or could be the first life form on Earth, or similar kind of organelles or organisms, or mitochondria. The only one that doesn't have it is red blood cells, and that's a complete new family in a way, and somehow they are suspicious that these two forms of organisms or cells came together and then created human beings and animals as we know them, including insects, etc., etc. The life on Earth, with other words. But that's a far-fetched, and everything that I'm saying in this video is just a viewpoint. It's just a viewpoint. Don't get stuck on it by all kinds of indoctrinated and limited beliefs, but just, you know, be open-minded to these viewpoints. It is amazing. But anyway, there are cells, most of your cells, all of your cells have mitochondria within them. The only cells that don't have them is red blood cells. They have different functions, mind you. So to continue, another question could be, which organ is using the most energy? And that I'm surprised by, because your brain is the fattiest organ in your body and contains at least 60% fat. 60% fat. Your brain is a very fatty organ. And as a chef, like, we prepared organs and brains, etc. And it was always delicious due to the high fat content. But I don't want to be too, how do you say it? I don't want to scare you away with these facts. But anyway, the fattiest organ in your body, which contains 60, is your brain, and it contains at least 60% fat. Your brain accounts, while your brain only accounts for 2% of your body. So 2% of your body weight is your brain, but it is using 25% of the energy. How cool is that? So 60% fat, your brain, but it's only 2% of your body, yet it is using 25% of the energy. Just imagine how powerful your brain is compared to any other organ or part of your body. And then what provides a lot of energy? What is it that provides a lot of energy? Now, you get energy by eating and drinking, and it's necessary for movement, thinking, working, and keeping the body warm. Some even say that being together with people also produces energy, energy, electricity, as well as thinking. Even thoughts could create energy, and I attest to that. I've been learning meditation methods and disc creation methods, and I know how powerful your thoughts are. And I do believe personally that your thoughts can even produce energy / electricity / keep your mitochondria healthy. But that's my viewpoint, okay? I didn't read, I did read it, but anyway, that's just another viewpoint. So what provides a lot of energy is eating, drinking, movement, thinking, working, keeping the body warm. Now you mainly get energy from fats and carbohydrates in food. Those are the main energy sources. And proteins also provide energy and are the building blocks for your body. So your fats and carbohydrates in food produces energy, and you produce which are helping your proteins to provide energy. That is your building block for the body. This is more, your proteins materialize life, so to speak. And then another question, and this video consists out of a lot of questions that I did my research on, and that this video is based upon. So another question could be, which cell has the most mitochondria? Now, muscle cells are the ones that contain the most mitochondria, your muscle cells. And by cultivating more muscle cells through sport and exercise, you can increase the amount of mitochondria in your body. Now, the other question could be, is it also possible to create more brain matter? But I'm not sure how to do that. It's probably possible, but mainly if you want to have more energy, more mitochondria, you need to increase your muscle tissue, your muscles. That's why you have a lot of athletes and Olympic athletes and sport individuals, that they always have the most energy because they have bigger muscles. They grow bigger muscles by exercise. And in this video I'm also going to really surprise you, because how you create energy in mitochondria, you don't need to be an athlete for that. You don't need to be an Olympic gold medal or a #1 Formula 1 driver or the #1 football or a soccer player. It's very simple for us normal people to create mitochondria. But by cultivating more muscle cells, you are able to create more mitochondria. But in general, the way to feed your mitochondria and keep yourself fit and healthy is very simple, and I'm going to explain that in that video as well, what to do in order to keep and produce mitochondria and energy. So the muscle cells contain the most mitochondria, and by cultivating muscles, going to the gym or doing sport or exercises, you can increase the amount of mitochondria in your body. Next question is, how does oxygen reach the mitochondria? Because that's another way of creating energy, is oxygen. So by exercise, food, and now oxygen. Now during respiration, breathing, hemoglobin in red blood cells, that's a part of your red blood cells, absorbs oxygen in the lungs and releases hemoglobin and blood plasma carbon dioxide to the lungs. That's the process. So during breathing, hemoglobin in red blood cells absorbs oxygen in the lungs and releases hemoglobin and blood plasma carbon dioxide to the lungs. The absorbed oxygen is transported to the cell mitochondria. So the absorbed oxygen is then transported to the mitochondria, and mitochondria does its work and then creates electricity out of that oxygen. So that's the other way of creating mitochondria, by breathing, by simply breathing, by creating oxygen that is being transported to your cell or your organelles called mitochondria, which are producing energy or electricity again. And then the next question is, what is the energy process that occurs in the cell mitochondria called? Now, that is called cellular respiration. So the energy process that occurs in your mitochondria is called cellular respiration or aerobic dissimilation. That's another word. That's a more scientific word. So cellular respiration or aerobic dissimilation is the energy producing process, the names of the energy producing process within metabolism of oxygen loving organisms. Now, through the burning of small organic molecules, energy in the form of ATP, which is an abbreviation for adenosine triphosphate, is generated in every cell. So through the burning of small organic molecules, energy in the form of ATP, which is short for adenosine triphosphate, is generated in every single cell. And ATP from now on is the abbreviation for energy, for electricity. So the core electricity energy that we produce in our cells is called ATP. That's the scientific abbreviation for the word adenosine triphosphate. And then the next question could be, what happens in the mitochondria? What happens in the mitochondria? What is the process? Now, mitochondria are found in almost every cell that makes up our body. An important function of the mitochondria is to produce energy. They are the powerhouses, like I said before, of the cell. And before energy can be produced, many chemical processes take place, for which enzymes and enzyme complexes are needed. So it's literally a chemical process that is turning these fuels, so to speak, the currencies, into enzymes and enzyme complexes that are needed to produce the ATP. And how do mitochondria produce energy? Very simple, or very simple. Sometimes it gets kind of difficult. So if this video gives you too much information and jargon, please stop it, see it in parts, how do you say it, rewind and play it again, or stop the video, pause it, make notes if you need to. But anyway, how do mitochondria produce energy? Now, in mitochondria, sugars and fatty acids are broken down step by step, releasing energy. Enzymes, which are proteins, split sugars into small forms of sugar, which is called the fuel glucose. So again, mitochondria, in your little organelles, sugars and fatty acids are broken down step by step, releasing energy. By breaking down, energy is being released. It's almost like atom splitting, or atomic energy. It's also by splitting certain things, really energy is being released. And then enzymes, between brackets proteins, split sugars into the smallest form of sugar, the fuel glucose. So glucose is created by splitting these fatty acids and sugars. And then energy is made from the combustion of glucose with the help of oxygen. Oxygen is needed, just like an engine. Oxygen is needed, air is needed in order to combust, to create combustion of glucose, which is now energy. So what do mitochondria produce? Let me see if it all goes well, the recording. Yeah, it goes well. So what do mitochondria produce? Now, mitochondria are cells or organelles, are cell organelles found in the cryptoplasm and not like chromosomes in the cell nucleus. So mitochondria are in the cell, are cell organelles found in the cytoplasm and not like chromosomes in the cell nucleus. They are part of cell nucleus. They're separate from cell nucleus. They have their own life. They have their own form. Now they are crucial in intracellular fatty and acid oxidation and the production of ATP via the citric acid cycle and oxidative phosphorylation. That is literally how it is being explained. So the mitochondria are cell organelles found in the cytoplasm, completely different like chromosomes, because like chromosomes in the cell nucleus, they are crucial intracellular fatty acid oxidation and the production of ATP. Now, where is ATP stored? Could be asked as a next question. Let me take a little zipper holder. Okay, let's continue. Where is ATP stored? That's the next question. And please do your own research, because there's a lot of podcasts on YouTube or on just look at Google or YouTube, search for all these questions, and you'll see a lot of wonderful doctors, scientists, researchers, and all kinds of specialists talking about this in detail. I mean, when you really think that this text is a little too tacky, just listen to that and just absorb it, because you will learn like crazy. And I do believe that learning is also part of your expansion. But anyway, the next question, and I try to keep this simple in layman's terms, so to speak, even though it gets sort of technical, some sort of technical sometimes. My apologies for that. But the next question could be where is ATP stored? Now, although ATP can be stored in muscle cells, the amount of ATP directly available for muscle contraction, so for muscles to work, is extremely limited. There is enough energy, ATP with other words, present in muscle cells for efforts lasting only a few seconds. This is so important to know. There's the ATP, the energy, the electricity, where we got our power from, is stored in our muscle, but in order to have the muscle work, it only stores energy as much necessary for a little short period. So you constantly need to produce ATP, constantly need to produce energy. And the amount of energy in a human body on a daily basis, I've heard these figures, and they even express it in pounds. And it is amazing the amount of energy that we need to produce just to go through our lives on a daily basis is crazy, I mean, the electricity needed in order to just function, the amounts are staggering. I'm totally flabbergasted by the amounts of energy that we need to produce constantly, because the muscles only contain energy for a short period of time, and then we have to reproduce. So anyway, that is a little bit about where is ATP stored. And what is the function of ATP? That's another clever question. Now, ATP is the cell's universal energy. ATP is the cell's universal energy-rich currency for all processes in the cell that requires energy. So in a way, if your body doesn't pay ATP as a currency to your cells, you won't get any energy. How cool is that? It's like Wall Street. Your cells is like Wall Street. If there's no money in the system, in the economic system, no energy, no life, full stop. So ATP is the cell's universal energy-rich currency for all processes in the cell that requires energy. Now, for crypto lovers and for Bitcoin lovers and everybody about decentralization, believe me, what I'm saying here has to do with decentralization and is going to be the new currency for sure, because we simply copy our deepest DNA / cellular systems in real time. And I do believe that this whole new crypto movement, this whole new decentralization and decentralized autonomous organizations and decentralized ways of really creating a new form of real democracy this time is based on this theory that the cell's universal energy, which is called ATP, is the currency for all the processes in the rest of our body. That our body is the working economy, and that the currency, which we call money or currencies like dollars, yens, etc. And there's obviously a big debate on if gold and silver is more currency than dollars and euros. Doesn't matter. The economy, our lifestyle is based on money, is based on ATP in our cell level. And I do believe that economic systems will be copying that which is in us all along. And the cell needs this energy from ATP for 1, cell growth, production of hormones, as well as the digestive engine. So the currency ATP, the electricity that we need to have and pay to our cells, they are necessary for 1, cell growth, like real growth of our body, as well as production of hormones, as well as digestive systems. So 1, cell growth, 2, production of hormones, 3, digestive systems, digestive enzymes. That's why we need to pay our cells electricity or ATP. And that whole process is going on in our little organelles called mitochondria. Now, more and more, I hope you see how important the support of your mitochondria is. It is literally making the difference between life and death. No money in the economic system, no lifestyle. Simple as that. So that's just another way to look at the money industry, the economic systems, etc., via these kind of viewpoints and theories and studies. Another question, just to get back to the basic subjects of this video, which were body energy, mitochondria, and cellular respiration. So back to that. An important question could be, how can you increase your ATP, your energy? Now, one of the most important natural ways is to boost energy production is by regularly engaging in moderate physical activity. And this is what blew my mind, and that's what I meant earlier by saying, listen to this, because it's very simple to produce enough energy. As a normal human being, you don't need to necessarily be a top athlete or somebody that is being born perfectly. Okay, one of the most important natural ways to boost ATP, with other words, electricity production, is by regular engaging in moderate physical activities. Endurance training, with other words, running, brisk walking, low intensity cycling, swimming, etc., etc. By doing some aerobics. So again, moderate, regular activities. That's the secret. And what is good for your mitochondria is another question. Now, nutrition plays a crucial role in the healthy functioning of mitochondria. It is important to get enough antioxidants like vitamin C and E, as they help protect healthy cells from oxidative damages. So taking in vitamin C and E are very important to protect your cells from oxidating, from rusting, from creating cancer-like structures. So it's important to also keep your cells healthy, not only for the production of energy, but also keep your cells healthy. It's like cleaning your house is important to have a good lifestyle. So keep your cells healthy by also taking in vitamin C and E in particular. And enough antioxidants. Antioxidants mostly are foods like avocados and blueberries and all kinds of whole foods and superfoods. They are antioxidants. So oxidants are the cells that give you cancer and all kinds of negative imploding cells, and antioxidants, so anti-rust agents, they give you healthy cells, expansive cells that are expanding, that gives your skin color again, and this glow that you get on your cheeks or in your eyes. That's created by antioxidants in food / also vitamins like C and E, keeping your cells healthy. Now, several factors contribute to mitochondria, to maintaining healthy mitochondria. Consuming a balanced diet rich of antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals supports mitochondrial function by protecting against oxidative damages and promoting cellular repair mechanisms. And then certainly regular exercise stimulates mitochondrial biogenesis and improves mitochondrial function, leading to increased ATP, electricity production, and overall energy levels. And additionally, avoiding factors that contribute to mitochondrial dysfunction, such as chronic stress, excessive alcohol consumption, and exposure to environmental toxins, can help preserve mitochondrial health. So proper diet with antioxidants, exercising, good breathing, and not being so stressful, and no consumption of alcohol or drugs or all kinds of other negative substances. And then in particular vitamin C and E, keeping your cells healthy in where that process is taking place. Keeping your house healthy, flexible. Now, how do mitochondria make ATP? Simple. This is the explanation. Hopefully as simple as possible. Proteins are converted into amino acids. Fats are converted into fatty acids, and sugars are chopped into pieces. This yields glucose, and body cells derive their energy mainly from the combustion of glucose. So again, proteins are converted into amino acids, fats are converted into fatty acids, and sugars are chopped into pieces. This yields glucose, and body cells derive their energy mainly from the combustion of glucose, and mitochondria burn glucose, producing ATP. So it's almost like an oven. It's almost like a part of your engine where the fuel is being combusted. I think that part of your engine is called the carburetor. So it is in a way. I'm not sure if I'm able to say that, but just to visualize it, your little cells have mitochondria within them, and your mitochondria is your engine block of your cells, and your cells then is being seen as the car. So your car is the cell, your mitochondria within your cell is a little organelle, which is your energy block, your engine, and within that engine you have a carburetor which is using sugar, with other words glucose, as a fuel, and in that carburetor your glucose is exploding, giving energy to your car to move and to make a forward motion. A little more information about ATP in particular, and then this video should be ending with a surprise. So keep watching this video for a little while, because at the end of this video I will definitely give you a way, the best way, or one of the quickest ways with new nanotechnology and nanotization of particles that support your mitochondria in a new product that will literally blow your mind. I mean, there's now technology / a product on the market that is supporting your mitochondria directly, not getting lost like supplements or whatever in your digestive system, your acids in your stomach and your intestines, but these nanotized ingredients, supportive ingredients, no jitters, as well as the patented uptake system combined, is the new kid on the block, and it is revolutionizing the wellness industry, the medical industry, and all the scientific world. It's literally now, as in now is 2024, it's only the 10th of February. At this very moment, this new technology, this new patented technology, and the nanotization of the supportive ingredients or particles that your mitochondria need, that's the new kid on the block, and I'll give you more information about that at the end of this video. Just a little more information about ATP in particular. And some information is repetitive, but then in a different way, and that's how you learn. By looking at the same in a different way, you learn. And the question could then be asked, like, what is ATP and what does it do? ATP in particular is the cell's universal energy-rich currency for all processes in the cell that requires energy. The cell needs the energy from ATP for cell growth, growth, I'm repeating myself, production of hormones and the digestive system, as well as cell repair, and in general for facilitating many chemical reactions in the cell. Now there's studies at this moment in where scientists are 100% sure that the mitochondria are not only the energy production engines, the powerhouses of the energy production, but also the communicators between all our organs. So it's not only the energy production that is being made by mitochondria, but also the communication between all cells and all organs. And that makes it even more interested for the scientific world slash to maintain and to get a better health. Because once we understand that, then we can also create more communication between ourselves to keep our entire body working in order and more balanced. So the mitochondria, or the ATP, is necessary for cell growth, again, production of hormones and our digestive system, and also cell repair, and in general for facilitating many chemical reactions in the cell. And I do add to this for communication purposes as well, like our computer, like our neural system, so to speak. Now, where can ATP be converted? The liquid base substance in the cell is called the cytosol. Among other things, mitochondria float in it. So mitochondria float in a substance, a liquid substance called cytosol. These are a kind of energy factories. So mitochondria are kind of energy factories floating in a substance, a liquid substance called cytosol, where ATP can be produced with the help of oxygen and nutrients. And ATP can be converted in various cellular compartments, but a significant portion of ATP synthesis occurs within mitochondria through oxidative phosphorylation. And that's really the same process, but then explained a little bit more scientifically. And then, and again, this is at really the end because it gets way too technical for the purpose of this video. But in the process, electrons from NADH and FADH2 generating during the breakdown of sugars and fats in the citric acid cycle, and they are transferred through a series of protein complexes in the inner mitochondrial membrane. So that's the real chemical process, the making of new. It's literally a breakdown process of sugars and fats, and this transfer of electrons create a proton gradient across the membrane, driving the synthesis of ATP and ADP, and an inorganic phosphate by the enzyme ATP synthase. So there's also another scientific name, ADP, which is the opposite of ATP, which is being produced, which is part of the process in order to create this separation. Now, is ATP the same as energy? Well, in many ways it is. ATP is a universal carrier of energy in our body, consisting of a molecule that is connected to 3 phosphate molecules. These connections are exponentially rich in energy, so when those connections are broken, a lot of energy is released and ATP breaks down into ADP plus P and energy. So the ADP plus P is the other side of ATP. It splits in two, and then you have ATP and you have ADP, and some say ADP plus P. So you have two substances that you that you can produce after this breakdown, after this combustion. One side ATP, which is energy, and the other one is almost like chemical waste, which is called ADP plus P. And again, this is how I see it. This is my best effort in order to make it hopefully simple enough for you to understand. But I do continue a little bit more on a technical, in a more technical way, because it's important that ATP itself is not energy. That's why I'm explaining this separation. But ATP itself is not energy, but rather a molecule that stores and transports energy within cells. It's more a storage and a transportation energy than energy itself. When ATP is hydrolyzed, it releases energy that can be used by the cell to power various biochemical reactions. So only when it is hydrolyzed, it releases energy. So ATP itself is the transporter and the storage and the transporter. ATP is the storage and the transporter. And when it's being hydrolyzed, then it releases that energy that is necessary to power your biochemical reactions. So while ATP is not energy itself, it serves as a crucial carrier of energy in biological systems. So again, ATP itself is not energy, but rather a carrier of energy within cells. And when ATP is hydrolyzed, again, hydrolyzed to ADP, which is an abbreviation of adenosine disphosphate, and ATP is adenosine triphosphate, or AMP, adenosine monophosphate, energy is released, which can be used to power cellular processes. Now, two more little pieces of information, and I really give you the solution, or one of the solutions. But in this sense, ATP acts as a chemical reservoir of energy that can be tapped into by cells whenever energy is needed. It's like your batteries. It's like your little how do you call those bunnies again? What is the biggest brand name of batteries? Those bunnies. Oh yeah, the Duracell bunnies. You could see the ATP and your mitochondria as your little batteries, your little energy batteries, your little Duracell bunnies. I'm not sure if that's still a popular brand name, but in my time you had all these Duracell bunnies, and yeah, you could literally see your ATP and your mitochondria as your Duracell bunnies within your body. And then another more technical question: which process produces the most ATP? Now, oxidative phosphorylation is a mitochondrial process. It accounts for about 90% of all ATP production in our bodies. Oxidative phosphorylation utilizes the upstream generated NADH and FADH2 to make ATP. This occurs via a series of redox reactions in protein complexes 1 through 4. And that's, again, way too scientific perhaps for this video. Now, how does ATP deliver energy? In the muscle, there is a small supply of creatine phosphate, and this energy-rich phosphate compound is split, releasing the energy that is used to form ATP from the phosphorus and ADP present in the cell. The ATP then provides energy for muscle contraction. Oh, there was a long pause. I forgot to turn the video off. But basically, with other words, ATP delivers energy through its phosphate bonds. When ATP is again hydrolyzed, meaning it loses one of its phosphate groups, it releases energy that can be used to power cellular processes. And then the very last piece of information, then I'll give you the solution. And that's just a repetition of what I said before, how to produce proper energy, proper electricity within your body is by regular and modest exercises. So cycling, a brisk walk, doing some aerobics, not too heavy, just regular and repetitive. So congratulations and thank you for your patience. And now the more commercial part of this video, and that's all about taking back control. So take back control and see more video information, which is by clicking a link underneath this YouTube video in the description or somewhere on this page. But basically this new product that I was talking about that is able to use nanotechnology uptake systems, patented, that delivers all kinds of supportive ingredients or particles to your mitochondria. That's what this part of the video is all about. So just stay tuned, because now available is as a new product after many years of doing research and many years of producing the ultimate formula. There's now a new product from a company called MOREMITO. I'll show you the name in a little bit. And Dr. Bevan Elliott is one of the partners, one of the founding partners. The other one is the CEO, Mr. Roger Hill. Those two gentlemen have created two new products, two new formulas of existing products. One is called Restore 3.0 and the other one is Rejuvenate 2.0. Restore 3.0 is a tincture, an oil-based tincture with a nanotechnology uptake system that delivers many particles, 42 nanotized particles directly to your mitochondria, which is Restore 3.0, and the gel, which works from the outside in. So the tincture Restore 3.0 works from the inside out, and the gel works from the outside in, which is called Rejuvenate 2.0. Now available, 100% plant-based and organic. And what you see on your screen right now is the actual formula. Now I have not seen Coca-Cola releasing its secret formula, but this company is so transparent and has the best intentions in order to help people worldwide restoring from those horrible ailments. But the new product, the new product that I want to put the emphasis on in this video, at least, is Restore 3.0, which is the oil-based, an extra. You see here right now, the first two ingredients are superfoods on itself. One, an extra virgin olive oil, as well as a black seed oil, which is a very holy oil in the Egyptian old world, which is really also called black cumin seed oil. So the extra virgin oil and the black seed olive oil are the carriers of the other ingredients, 42 nanotized, very small made ingredients, particles of food, etc., herbs, and so on and so forth, that your mitochondria need in order to have ultimate health, to work properly. And that new formula is called Restore 3.0 from a company called MOREMITO. More as in more, and mito as in mitochondria. New formula, 100% plant-based, organic, and safe for children. Now also available for pets as well in a different formula. So these are the ingredients, the particles, and when you're really into health food, perhaps you're a raw foodism, or you're an athlete, or you're a specialist, or you're a doctor, scientist, or a diet specialist, or influencer, I should say. No, an healthfluencer. You have healthfluencers on YouTube. How cool is that? But anyway, when you're one of those people that really know about macrobiotics and molecular food, etc., you recognize these ingredients. And this formula was carefully put together in order to have the highest functions necessarily in order to restore from your ailments, from your diseases, whether they are skin diseases, neurological diseases, organ diseases, muscle diseases, or mental diseases, or heart and vascular diseases. These ingredients, particles, are made in order to restore you on a mitochondrial / DNA level, because these particles support your ATP system, your mitochondria, in order for that system to restore your body. So these particles are not restoring your body, no, they restore the health and the working on of your mitochondria, from where your body restores, and your mind and your nervous system and your organs and your bones and your and so on and so forth. So many testimonials. I mean, while scientists and specialists keep doing their research, this company MOREMITO delivers, and there's lots and lots of testimonials being given on a daily basis, and you'll see them on my YouTube channel as well. So look for testimonials. The CEO, Mr. Roger Hill, interviews real people, and they give live testimonials, and they are to be found in your back office. So the testimonials mostly are also found on this YouTube channel, but also just start and click links below in order to register for free. You're able to start for free. No mandatory purchases, so just register, and you're able to already, while being a free, what we call a referring customer, you immediately get your own link in order to promote this and grant this to other people, earning commissions in order to purchase your own Restore 3.0 and Rejuvenate. So no mandatory purchases. You're able to earn money and earn with your own link without buying. How cool is that? Thank you so much, gentlemen. No mandatory weekly or monthly order, how do you say it, indoctrination and fear. No fuss or weird upsells. It is in many ways due to the organic ingredients, and they made a deliberate choice to not have any traces of CBD, CBDA, and/or wheat or THC oil. So it's in many ways with the similar ingredients in those products. In many ways more effective than CBD, CBDA, and/or wheat or THC oil, and due to that it's all created by with organic and deliberately chosen plant-based ingredients, it's also marketable worldwide. So you don't necessarily have to worry about that you're able to import or sell this in different parts of the world due to drug administration and all kinds of security purposes. So it's more effective in many ways than CBD, CBDA, and/or THC oil itself, and it's 100% plant-based and organic. Now, like I said, unique and patented nanotechnology absorption system. It works at cell and DNA level, and it has and the company MOREMITO, when you're able to when you grant this to other people, has created a payment plan, a compensation plan that grants us generous profits and team commissions. Now, according to the company, and I must admit, my own experience is that everyone keeps using it and keeps ordering it due to its because it's bang for your buck, as well as fast working, as well as more effective than anything I've seen until now. And please prove me wrong. And it's marketable worldwide. So worldwide marketability, everyone keeps using it, and I half-jokingly always say it's almost God in a bottle, and I don't say that to upset people. I hope I don't upset people, because there's nothing like it. And some even have a spiritual experience, but that's maybe too funky for this video. No order ships, with other words, not necessarily. You're able to set the setting on auto ship, mind you, but not necessarily, and it's 30 days, no good money back guarantee, as I understood it. And let me make sure that's I do believe that there's no 30 days no good money back guarantee. And again, I'm not from the company. Now just to keep those blokes with funny wigs and black robes off my tail as a little disclaimer: no medical advice, no claims, no promises, no guarantees. Make a free will decision. Do not let yourself be hyped by me, whom or whoever or whatever. And do not use money, very important, do not use money that you cannot miss. And take care of your basic needs, of the basic needs, of those you love, your family, your children, your communities. Keep consulting others and even inspire those who you work with at the moment for your ailments to look at this. You'll do them a favor. And this video is only for educational and inspirational purposes. And the amounts or the results mentioned in this video are only examples and viewpoints. This is certainly no financial advice either. Results of the products as well as of the promotion of this product depends on your own efforts. Truly, no guarantees there. And very important for me, at least, is that I do not in any way, shape or form take any responsibility for the results you get from my suggestions and or the products and services that I would like you to have a look at, that I suggest you to have a look at. So that's the disclaimer. Thank you so much for your time. For many people, unfortunately, like myself, try or die. So if you really want to know how to recover, start for free, click links underneath and take the video tour. No mandatory purchases. So here you go. If you really want real energy and are you looking for a way to be super efficient in 2024, then I wish you a happy new year. Not too late for that. If you really want to know how to recover, live but one day at a time, and you're at the right time, right video, right products, right team, click links below right away. No mandatory purchases again, and start for free. And please take the video tour. There's a link below this description or somewhere in the space where it says see more video information. And then most importantly, keep being grateful for the person that you would like to become, even though you're sick as hell. That's how you practice the law of attraction, by being grateful for that which is not here yet. That's the only thing you're able to do, and that's up to you. That's up to no one else. So be grateful for the person that you would like to become, even though you're not it yet. Same with the circumstances and the material wealth. And you'll see that your mind opens and sees more opportunities in order to become that which you think of at the moment, and be grateful for. And also be grateful for that which you are able to do or stop doing in order to reach that which you're grateful for, to be or to do or to have and to be using. That's how you practice the law of attraction, by being grateful. And then a path opens in order to take action, and be grateful for that as well. And also be grateful for that which you stop doing in order to create your own life. That's your. And I'm saying that I'm just saying that to hear that myself. I'm not saying that to indoctrinate you. I'm not saying that to talk down to you or patronize you. I'm not saying that as your priest or your network marketing guru, pimp, or inspirational speaker. I'm just saying that to hear that myself. Full stop. I need to hear that myself every single day, every single moment, to stay grateful. Gratitude is the attitude. That's where the sayings "fake it till you make it" comes from. So emotionally already be what you would like to be. Create the circumstances that you would like to live in, even though your circumstances suck. And do the same with the material wealth, the fun stuff, the cars, the houses, the boats, the jewelries, the hotels, the fashion, whatever you like to enjoy here now on earth. You don't have to necessarily blow yourself up for that, or to die in order to be in heaven. You're able to live heaven on earth by being grateful, and you don't have to necessarily sit in a $3,000, $6,000 or $9,000 hallelujah to the multi-billionaire guru kind of circuses with NLP indoctrination and hypnotizing and mass indoctrination and mass hysteria, I should say, circuses, which is cool too. If you like a show, go ahead, and it works as well. But you don't necessarily have to be there. That's all I'm trying to say. By just being grateful, that's how you practice the law of attraction. That's how you do it. There's a difference between experiencing something and talking about it. I can talk for hours about apples, but when you taste an apple, you have the experience. So how you are able to experience the law of attraction is by being grateful. That's how you experience it. How to learn about it is all kinds of courses and expensive tutorials of the secrets, and all kinds of people making a living and making a killing of it, and that's cool. That's the free world, but it's not necessarily. By being grateful, your mind opens, you'll see way more opportunities, grab them. And then people that are walking around like I did, and like I sometimes still do, complaining and pointing fingers and being codependent on politics and religion and gossip and whatever. Like the moment you point fingers, you outsource and you're not taking responsibility, and you're codependent. But what happens then, your attention goes inward, and you start creating fears, and you start talking in your head, and creating all kinds of identities and drama, and you're not with your attention outward anymore, being grateful, living in this world, on the most beautiful planet in the universe. At least I haven't seen anything better yet, or no one, like as I know, or that I know, or know of. So be grateful, and then I'll see you and yours definitely in the most wonderful resorts, top hotels worldwide, and on the most beautiful beaches of the world, because you're more and more than worth it. Claim it, and that lifestyle is there for you too. I'll see you there. Thank you so much. Oh, when you see this on YouTube, oh sorry, when you see this on YouTube, would it be okay to hit the little thumbs up button, little like option, as well as the bell, the little bell icon? Hit the bell so you'll be notified whenever we upload a new video. Would it be okay to become a member of this channel to give me the opportunity to help you? That's how I help myself. Two-way street, no codependency there. And would it be okay that when you see this video on a page or a platform or a website where there's all kinds of videos, and also an option to leave your best email address, mobile number, and your name, do so. We'll send you appropriate video information via automated response systems, SMS and email messages, as well as direct you straight to more video information. But leave your best email address, mobile telephone number plus name. You'll enter into a system, but you're able to get out of the system with a simple mouse click. No indoctrination or codependency there, or tricky stuff. That's it. Thank you so much, and then I'll see you and yours again in the most wonderful resorts, top hotels worldwide, and on the most beautiful beaches of the world. You're more than worth it. It's there for you too. See you there.